Welcome back to the Intuitive Eating series. Today we're focusing on principle number 5, feel your fullness. And the definition of feel your fullness is listen for the body signals that tell you that you are no longer hungry. Observe the signs that show that you're comfortably full. Pause in the middle of eating and ask yourself, how does the food taste and what your current level of fullness is? And if you missed the last video in this series about challenging the food police, you can click right here to get access to that to watch it. And then if you like my channel, go ahead and subscribe. I really appreciate it if you subscribe by clicking right here. Things that get in the way of feeling that feeling when you start to get full are eating while distracted, either the phone, watching TV, being told to clean your plate as a kid and you still do that as an adult. Eating too fast, and chronic dieting. Chronic dieting causes you to lose the ability to feel when you're starting to get full. So how many times have you shoveled food into your mouth and only barely tasting the food? I mean, gosh, we've probably done it a million times, right? And then you're stuffed and feel so uncomfortable. But in this video, we're going to learn how to identify distracted eating and to bring awareness to your fullness, your emerging fullness when you eat. So let's start with identifying distractions while you eat. I want you to make a list of things you do while eating, like watching TV, texting, reading a book or magazine, surfing the web, reading or posting on social media. That's a big one these days. Working at your desk, checking your email, and eating your lunch during work. Performing household chores and eating at the same time. Being on your cell phone, playing digital games, just walking around and not even paying attention to your eating. Driving is probably a big one for some people. Talking on the phone and eating, not a good thing. And making your kids' school lunches or being distracted by your kids while you're eating. Now, I want you to know how often you eat distracted. Is it every meal? Is it most meals? Is it only breakfast, only lunch, only dinner, only snacks? I know for breakfast, I eat distracted because I'm on my phone reading emails. Now, let's set a goal for undistracted eating. So it's something that you have to consciously work on. Maybe you just choose one meal a day. So if you're eating distracting meals every meal, maybe just one meal. Set boundaries like turning off your electronics and not answering your phone. Put that do not disturb on. It's definitely not a time to hash out disagreements. So you want to make this a sacred space. You want to try to eat while sitting and not standing. And you want to designate a regular spot for eating and make it a pleasant environment. Again, kind of make it the sacred space where you can just sit down and eat and taste the food. So now let's feel our fullness. I think most of us stop eating when we become overly full or stuffed, right? That's when we're like, oh, I've had enough, can't eat anymore. But our bodies are actually giving us signals before that happens, but we're not listening to them because we're either distracted while eating or have dieted way too much, and we've lost that ability to actually feel those signals our body is giving us. So it's good to know that there are factors that actually influence our fullness. So it's going to change every time. Things like your initial hunger level. If you're starving, you'll eat fast and furious and most likely eat till you feel stuffed. It's hard not to if you've waited too long to eat. Unconditional permission to eat. If you have not made peace with food, it's going to be hard to stop eating a food you think you'll never be able to eat again. Like if you've cut carbs, you might binge on carbs. That's why restricting and eliminating foods can backfire. The amount of time since you've last eaten. To keep blood sugar levels optimal, eating every 4 to 5 hours is important. So if it's been longer than that, then your hunger level is definitely going to be affected. And then the amount of food you last eaten. Obviously, a bigger meal is going to hold you over longer than a snack. Social influence and pressure. We tend to eat more when we're in social settings. And then the type of food that you eat. Protein and fat will make you feel full longer. while only like simple carbs, like a fruit roll-up, won't make you feel very full. So the type of foods influence hunger, fullness levels as well. So now let's note your fullness. Write down this when you eat, write down the time that you eat, and then note on a scale of 1 to 10 how hungry you are. Then note on a scale of 1 to 10 how full you are. And then note on a scale of 1 to 10 how pleasant, unpleasant, or neutral that fullness feels. And then note the food or the meal that you just ate. And then note if you were doing something else while you were eating. So if you were eating distracted. And then I want you to look for trends and patterns. Like, did eating a higher protein breakfast keep you full longer than a bowl of cereal? You know, did you have to eat more cereal to feel full, the same fullness as that protein? What snacks filled you up more? What food combinations were more filling or full, made you feel full? And did you eat to like an uncomfortable fullness? Like, how many times did you eat? So you got to keep practicing this exercise, and you'll be able to notice the feelings of fullness the more you practice. It might be hard at first, but keep doing it, and you're going to get those feelings back, especially if you've been a chronic dieter. Keep practicing, because you want to stop when you're comfortably full and not overly full, right? That's when we feel bad about ourselves. We're like, oh, I can't believe I ate that much, and all these thoughts start to, the food policing thoughts start to come into effect. So really creating that sacred space for eating and sitting down, tasting the food, enjoying the food, and just taking some time for yourself and noticing what's going on with your body is super important to feel your fullness. So I hope you found this video educational and informative. And if you did, again, please subscribe to my channel. You can also sign up for my 7-day intuitive eating challenge by clicking right here. It's a free challenge if you want to sign up for that. And you're going to get a little sheet to help you with this exercise. And then also I'm working on a intuitive eating bootcamp. So if you want to get on the wait list for that, go ahead and click right here. And again, this is Amy from Mastro Stretch. And until next time, guys, bye for now.